honestly, I have a lot of silly story times, because I mean, I have a pretty crazy life as well, like outside. Uh, I went to a pretty insane school. Did you know that? So, fun fact. I I went to what is essentially genius school. um, yeah, totally bragging, of course. You know, I'm just that great. Not really. I got in because I'm bilingual. I wish I was joking. I got in because I'm bilingual. um, I'll tell you one thing. However, there were multiple actual geniuses in that school. I wasn't amongst them. I was far from amongst them. But it made me realize that some of the biggest idiots in the world. Oh. Ava. What language? English. I'm not native English. I'm Polish. I got in because my English was so good. No, don't be. Don't be sorry. That was funny. See, okay. So, this is a bit of some fun Polish facts. In Poland, we have these competitions that, if you win them, you get into any school you desire. Or if it's like, if you win one before college, it'll give you points for any college. And there's like a point where if you have enough points, the college has to let you in. So there's like stuff like that. And the same goes for schools. After you finish primary school, you do these little tests, and these tests will place you in different schools. And now, your region's school has to accept you. However, schools outside your region have the opportunity to deny you. What I kind of did was I won this English competition. And that made it so any high school in the country, no matter what, had to let me in. They had no choice. And what I did was I actually wanted to leave home. So I looked up the top 5 high schools in the entire country. And I picked the closest, which was like still 2 hours away from home. So I started being in dorms at 16. Liceum starts at 16 here. Well, 15, 16, it depends when you were born. So with that, yeah, I moved away from home pretty young. So with that, I can confidently say nah, in my I was just I was one of the best in my age group at the time, but I wasn't the best. Seriously, my essays leave a lot to be desired, I can promise you that. But okay, what do I mean when I say that geniuses are some of the biggest idiots I've ever known? See, when you spend a lot of time around genuine geniuses, and by genuine geniuses, I mean, there was this guy who skipped 3 grades when I was there. And so when I was there for my second year, and this is like a 3-year thing, he was in his first year, but he'd actually skipped like multiple years ahead. And then the next year, he was actually in college. So when I say genius, I do mean genuine genius. But you see, when you're surrounded by geniuses, you realize that these people have never been challenged on anything. And they, to a degree, rightfully believe they are the smartest person in the room. I say to a degree because, see, smarts don't carry over for every single subject. Just because you're smart in one thing doesn't mean you're smart in another thing. And this guy was actually dating my roommate. So I had to explain to him why telling his girlfriend that bisexuality doesn't exist in response to her being bisexual and spending multiple days explaining to her that LGBT is in fact made up is not a good idea. He also had certain genius opinions, such as teachers should be given guns to prevent school shootings. Again, actual literal genius. He was a genuine genius. On the other hand, we have the other side of the coin where, to be fair, I would not call this other friend an idiot, but absolutely, lovingly a clown. Yes, you're correct, Becca! Becca, you're correct! It is an America issue and not a Poland one. Listen, he genuinely tried to debate his girlfriend about her bisexuality, and when she got upset at him, he was like, "Why won't you debate me? So you're conceding that I'm right?" And yeah, no, absolutely. This is something that I said to him, but, you know, he was so set on being as smart as he was that nothing got through to him. And I'm going to say, unfortunately, that was the case with a lot of the people there. And this was, like, in different things. Just because they were geniuses in one subject often meant that they were falling behind like crazy in others. But there were also ones that, honestly, were just really chill geniuses. So I'm going to tell you about a myth, a legend. I want you guys to name the guy, because I'm not going to tell you his real name. So give me some names, chat. I don't know how she fell for that guy. Chad. Okay. So, we're going to be touching a bit on religion here. I need you to guys understand. Here in Poland, religion is an automatic subject that you take. And by religion being... Oh, thank you for the hydrate, Unique. So, here in Poland, religion is a subject that you automatically take. The way that you stop taking it is you get a note from your parents. And by religion, I just mean Christianity. You just, you know, learn prayers for grades. Back when I took it, I was top of the class. But yeah. Yeah. Poland. So, Chad, despite coming from a very religious family, was in fact not at all religious, and after some work, well, he forged his parents' signatures to not attend this class. So, often his parents would go like, oh, you know, you're not religious because you've never read the Bible, that kind of stuff, you know? As our third year was coming along, the time for these national competitions came by. I entered maths and English as usual. He entered every single competition. Or at least tried. See, he was limited. I don't remember what the number limit was. He couldn't enter everything. But he was told the number limit, which he was fine with, but then he also got told, like, oh, but also you can't enter the religious one unless you're religious. So he decided to have religion be one of those competitions he entered. He didn't just enter that competition. He got past the first level. He went into he had to start attending the religion class to continue it, but he did, and he'd debate the teacher every time. Then, he got past the second level. He got into the nationals. And then he won. Chad officially is one of the best people at religion in the country. It like even got him college points. He's so good at religion that it got him college points. Purely because he got told he can't enter. Mind you, it wasn't just about the Bible, it was about speeches, about political parties that were more endorsed by the church, about the church system, about the church's history, the popes, stuff like that. It was a lot of knowledge. But yes, he won that out of spite. Mind you, it wasn't the only one he won, because he also won the programming one. Me and Chad don't talk much anymore because we drifted after high school. But I'm pretty sure, like, man's gotta be doing amazing, you know? Okay, I think this is a good base. That looks good. So what I'm gonna do next is I'm gonna actually grab this ring. Mermaid. I don't actually remember the lyrics. I tried. Therefore you just trust me that it isn't true. This is your ship and we're your crew. Man's probably out there winning other contests out of spite. I think Chad would be able to do anything out of spite. Honestly, I loved the guy so much. Absolutely my bestie during high school. So this is a great one. In our last year for history class, well, we had history and politics. The history teacher basically said, like, okay, I'm going to give you guys an option. You are either going to have to debate every day, prepare to debate every day, or you're just going to have to prepare one presentation, I'll grade you for it, and that'll be it. And we were actually the only class that agreed to prepare for debates every day. And something that me and Chad would do for these debates is, the trick was we weren't supposed to always pick the things we actually agreed with. We would always be sure to be on opposite sides of the debate. Just to have as much fun as possible. Mind you, this was when I was actually, like, into politics as a hobby. Dude sounds like a cartoon character trying to compete with the nerds, and they need the help of the main character to beat them during the competition to end their reign of terror. Oh, you guys want some more crazy stories, by the way? We love going off topic for tragic siblings. Because here's the thing. When I say that school I went to was insane, I mean it. For example, in the dorms, one day they installed an alarm system, an announcement system. So anyway, one day later, everybody had hacked the announcement systems and were using it as speakers to play music in their rooms. And also, because they connected it like freaking idiots, people were able to take over other people's speakers too. But that wasn't all that got hacked into. Because one time, somebody in the dorms got arrested. And somebody hacked into the cameras because we were curious of what was happening. So someone actually hacked into the cameras and we got to watch the arrest. Well, that's why we were smart and we didn't share the video. If somebody wanted to see the video, they had to, like, take a look at it personally. And the video wasn't sent around, so there was no evidence of the video being downloaded, basically. Well, downloaded, recorded, I imagine. I don't know what they did. I did get to see the video, though. But here's the thing. Every story has a villain, and every school has that teacher, you know what I mean? Our villain was the vice principal, who became the principal a year later. She was obsessed with the school's status, and she wanted to make sure that we weren't just doing study things. So, to decide whether we'd get school trips or not, we had to participate in these really silly competitions that were like for performance and stuff like that. But here's the thing. The school was very maths and computer programming centered. However, we did have a Polish class in it. And this teacher, well, she was the Polish teacher. So no matter what happened, Polish class would always win. And one of the competitions was a presentation about the school trip we went on. And the Polish class had nothing. However, a hero arose in the Polish class, and despite the fact that the class prepared nothing, he did a little speech and did like a little edited video. It was really cute, it was really nice, it wasn't anything to beat any of the other presentations, but it was better than nothing. The teacher begins to announce one by one, like, the placements of everyone, and then she announces the Polish class in first place. I need you guys to understand, never in my life had I ever heard of rule an auditorium full of people collectively go, "So?" Which, by the way, means what? She also hated our class. During a dance competition, our class managed to actually get the entire room dancing with us. It was great. It was actually amazing. And we were known for having some of the worst performances, so that was a miracle. The teacher goes on the stage and goes, I mean, if anything, this proves that, you know, anybody can change things up with a bit of a change in attitude. That was amazing. Anyway, in last place, class 1B. That was my class. Wow, you improved so much. Anyway, you lost. And when she became principal, things only got worse. Because one day she decided to start posting memes on the school Facebook. And she did a meme about how, oh yeah, the kids in our high school, yeah, they don't watch TV, they only read. So the students decided, you know, to be helpful and fact check her. I don't know. Honestly, we don't read much at all. We watch TV, watch videos online. To which she started freaking out and arguing with students. And then, when past students from the school came into the thread and started calling her out for being a terrible vice principal. Now she was principal, but you know, back then she was vice principal. She ended up deleting the thread. And going, I'm glad that it managed to start a discussion, but clearly it's one that people were not ready to have. So, you think it's over? Oh no, people started posting memes about the event. And of course, as a vice principal, she couldn't have that. She tried to track down who was on the meme account. How do I know this? Because one of my friends, who mind you was not part of the meme account, got a message from her threatening to sue for the memes. Yeah, she was obsessed with it. Heck, at some point, there was some situation where I don't remember what happened, but a friend's parent got upset with her. Oh, friends, classmates. A classmate's parent got upset with her and went to her about something, to which she responded, well, your son has been using foul language on Facebook. After the event, she tried to get the entire class to sign a contract that we are not allowed to speak ill of the school in any way, or behave in any way that could represent our school poorly. Anyway, we weren't 18 yet and we refused to sign, citing that any contracts signed below 18 aren't really a thing anyway. She was unhinged, but perhaps not as unhinged as my gym teacher. No, you can't. You can't make children legally sign contracts, but that didn't stop her. She was the principal! She could do anything she wanted. Not here, you can't. But yeah. Right, let's get to colouring this. Oh wait, no, we're not done yet here. We need the inside of the music box. So, do you think that it was over? Oh, it was far from over. Well, it's over with her, but let's talk about the gym teacher. Now, I wish I could say his surname because it's really funny, but I guess I won't. I'll call him Mr. You know, Mr. Sporty, okay? I know, terrible name, but it's to the point. So Mr. Sporty, he was an interesting fellow, very sexist. As, you know, shocking to you as it might be, I am AFAB, so I was in the girls' group, and he was assigned to the girls' sports group. Now, my class didn't really have many biological girls. We didn't have many AFABs. I say specifically AFABs because we had even fewer girls than we had AFABs. But one day, for gym class, there were only 4 of us. Oh, that's very common for a man to be in charge of girls' sports for some reason. Who knows? Either way, here's the tea. Those of us who were there that day was me. Now, I'm not amazing at any sport, but I am fit, and I used to be on the swim team, Aikido, on the volleyball team, you know, that kind of stuff. So, I'm not weak. I'm also very competitive. The next one's actually, you know, my friend Chad. So Chad, you already know how spiteful Chad is and how determined. He hated sports, but if you challenge him, if it was competitive, he was going to go all out. The other 2 girls was the head of the girls' basketball team. And the last one was this girl that attending the I say head of the leader of the like basketball team as if that was the most impressive thing about her. No, she was actually in her age group 3rd in like national archery. And the last one was somebody who did fencing twice a week, right? So, just the 4 of us. Teacher's like, after spending 10 minutes talking about one of his old students, he's like, okay, what do you want to do today? Let's play basketball. Well, there's only 4 of you, so I'd have to ask some of the boys to join you. Yeah, sure. We should have known that his confusion at that was a bad sign. As he brought back, look, the guys were chill, but he brought by the wallflowers, basically. Like, you know, the wallflowers in gym class, like the people that just stand on the side and do nothing. That's who he brought back. Like, the wimpiest guys in our entire class. And he came up to us with them and asked us, are they weak enough? Anyway, we destroyed them. And then we had to mix the groups because of it. Because he'd always remind us that, you know, guys are biologically stronger. Look, on average, sure. That doesn't mean always. Okay, awesome. Let's get to coloring this thing. Toss them in the bin. I feel bad for them. I do too. They didn't ask for this. Like, mind you, like, we were going all out on this. Like, they never wanted to participate in gym anyway, so they were also forced to go, like, not only were they basically insulted, they were just... Yes, I was gonna say, that's not fair, because men have more biological strengths than ladies. That's not fair. Like... The thing is, like I said, we were all strong players. Like, there's a point where averages don't matter, and this was one of the points. We had literally a national archery champion on the team. That's the point where you start ignoring the averages because you're not dealing with averages. Listen, you should have seen her. Girl was so strong. Like, honestly, it was great.